All right, y'all. I'm sorry about that. It was so crazy the fact that I was just talking about them, and I don't even remember where I left off. But I was talking about my vehicle needing to be fixed, and that phone call was them. And I was talking about, how it went from one price to another, whatever. And these people were huddling up, and then the guy had an army jacking on XYZ. And it's so crazy because it's just confirmed for me literally what I was talking about. So anyway, I just need to take a deep breath. 1 second, y'all. So, God was showing me how the military was involved. And I was sitting up here thinking, like, I don't know, Lord, do you want me to start going this way or stick with this part, finish that part up so I can get to the next part? Okay, finish this part up. Okay. How the military was involved. That was God's way of showing me how the military was involved. Let me tell y'all, people, when you are gang stalked and all those things, people can go into businesses and lie on you and tell people things about you, per se, like you getting your car fixed or something. And it's not if, because this person literally had an army jacket on. Um, and I'm not talking about like the actual camouflage. I'm talking about a regular jacket with it on the back. Anyway, people could lie on you, and then make people want to mistreat you, which should never happen. And that's the issue that God is having with a lot of y'all. You listen to one person and you fly with that. Or you listen to two people. I don't care if if it was 1 million people came and said this person was a horrible person, they did XYZ. You should not take in your hands to go and help target somebody without knowing the truth. It don't matter what somebody else say. It's about what you do. Are you a follower or are you a leader? Do you go with the grain or do you go against the grain? Do you stay in the box or do you get out the box? And that's the issue that God is having with a lot of y'all. But anyway, so just talk to him. And I'm just like, I explained to him, I could tell he was getting upset because I was upset. Okay? And I'm not trying to knock nobody, but it's just like, okay, it's like, I'm not going to put their business out there, their name out there. But I'm just going to say, like, they do the diagnostics for free, right? Meaning, yes, this is what's going on. Which, you can see some of what's going on, but they want to know what's going on. And they're not going to know certain things till they pull certain things out. Now you thinking because they have their company is supposed to be about affordability, you're not thinking like major money, right? But you do have to pay this, for me, close to $1,000 just for them to pull certain things out. Okay? We're not talking about what's going on with the actual problem. Just to do XYZ. And I do believe they said that money goes towards your fixing. But when you get an amount in the $8,000 to fix it, you like, what? So now I owe you $1,000 and now I can't get it fixed. And they do have options for payment plans, but again, we talking about insurance. So imagine $8,000, and if you pay it in 2 years, then you'll be done. But it doesn't mean that doesn't mean that it does not have interest with it within that 2 years. And you looking at a person like me who just stopped being homeless and then you want me to make payments on this. I gotta keep a roof over my head. I gotta make sure I have food, and this affects my job too. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I ain't go through resources to, see if I can get donations. The donation people, like the people that you go to, Salvation Army and all of them, they out of money, which would make sense because the world that we live in now, the president, and so I'm just like, put it back together and I'm going to just let it go and figure it out, because at this point in my life, I just want to have peace. And I'm being honest, even if I have to go stay in a shelter, I will. That bothers me though, because I know that God wants me to lean and have faith in him, and I do. And I know God's going to turn my situation around, but I've just been always independent. Like I've always been independent. I've always been able to maneuver through life by figuring out the solution to the problem. But at this point, I'm just like, I don't know if God is trying to get me to surrender and let go all the way, but I'm about to just do that. I'm just about to do that. I'm just be like, okay, what you got? What we got going on, Lord? Because everything I'm doing, the enemy is blocking. People wishing the worst on me, which I also know that God uses that. It's like God allows certain things to happen to you so that he can allow those things that people wish over you to happen to them. It's like God can't, let's just say, if God wants people to be homeless that are coming up against you, he can't necessarily cause them to be homeless unless they cause you to be homeless by speaking ill will over your life, or gang stalking you to stop every turn. Oh my God. Just anyway, that's somebody else. The distraction of the enemy. He can't, like, let's just say if you send something back to sender that they sent to you. But if you send something to sender that they didn't send to you, or you make something up, or let's just say somebody don't want you to have a home, but you wish death on them, but they never wish death on you, right? It's gonna pretty much come back to you, because that's not what they wished on you, right? But if they have wished death on you, and you don't even have to know a specific person, it could be anybody who wished death on you, but you have to know that somebody did, because then what's happened if you just say, I wish death on XYZ, and that person ain't did that, now you're attacking someone in that aspect of innocent, because maybe they didn't wish death on you, they wish that you be homeless, right? But because people have wished everything on me, and God's confirmed that for me, I don't call out names. I just tell Lord, you know who they are. You know who causing this. You know who wishing this bad stuff over my life. So saying all of that to say, I'm surrendering. I surrender, and whatever happens. I'm just to that point where I'm just like, no matter what I do, Lord, no matter what I do, and going back to what the guy was talking about, how the Patriots was the people who helped this particular person get this other business. And I say to the patriots of this world, I haven't seen any patriots. I have not seen any good patriots. And I even looked up what patriots meant. And I want to read that to y'all, what a patriot is. A patriot is someone who loves, supports, and defends their country. Their country. Often showing this through devotion, concern for its well-being, and willingness to sacrifice for its good, as seen historically with American revolutionaries or in modern contexts like military service or civic duty. The term also refers to specific cultural phenomena. Because I didn't get this far. Such as 2000 Mel Gibson movie The Patriot, the Patriot missile defense system, or modern small government movements, while the Patriot software provides accounting and payroll services. Devoted citizens, core meanings. This is core under core meanings. Devoted citizen, a person who shows deep love, loyalty, and support for their country, often ready to defend it. American Revolution, colonists who supported independence with Great Britain, also called as revolutionaries or continentals. All right. Oh, wait a minute. What else is said? Okay. This is all coming because I didn't read that far down. This is really coming together, Lord, in this moment. So I was asking God, like, this has been, the attacks have been on me before I got on social media. This has like been my life. And I'm like, Lord, see, what I'm not understanding is God's talking to me as I'm about to say what I'm saying. So I was going to say, I'm not understanding how could these people do this to a child? All the things I've been through, the molestation, the rape, the sexual harassment, more than one person molesting me, how would somebody do this to a child that call themselves patriots, where they, part of the military to defend their country? Okay. So what God is showing me is, to them, I seem like a foreign object. So it's almost like I am in other part that are not like what they would call human, are in this program, almost like this, what they call those things? Help me, Lord. What is it called? I can't think of, I hear it, it's like coming out, but I can't. Consecrated camps. Thank you, Lord. Wow. Consecrated camps. What may seem to others as, oh, you walking around living your life. My life is being isolated and contained. Keyword, contained. Which is why I go outside, I get gang stalked. I go somewhere, I get gang stalked. Isolated in one area to keep an eye on me, and if I go to another area, then they call these other people. So this is the military, okay? And let me tell y'all, the military, a lot of people in the military, they not right in the mind, meaning they carry demonic spirits just as well as anybody else that's walking this earth, and feel justified in their actions when they are completely wrong. Okay? They look at some of y'all, me, us, as weapons, because they want to believe that you're a weapon to hurt the country, when they're not realizing they're the weapon. There are people that are sent into this world to make the world better. The people who are thinking that you are a weapon are not realizing that God is weaponizing, not weaponized. God is, well, how can I explain it? To God, they're the weapon. They're the enemy. So God is weaponizing itself to take them out, not you. Because they have looked at you as like you're some type of robot, all this stuff, and they're actually the robots. They're the ones who are taking orders and not even knowing if it's true. Like a lot of people in the military, if somebody say, I want you to go kill this civilian, they'll do it. They don't even know what it's about, because that's above their pay grade. And see, that God has a problem with that, because they're taking orders from people who are that's higher up than them in the military, that are full of demonic spirits. So that's where, thank you, Lord, that's where innocent people are getting hurt. All right. So that's the part of that. Now, going back to, I was like, Lord, well, why, people knowing who I am, that work for NASA and military and all that stuff, and I know about growing up where I grew up, just like anybody else, any other human being, right? Because I am in a human body. And many people walk around here that look like human are not human. There are a lot of evil people, demonic people who do come to kill, steal, and destroy, because they're full of demonic spirits. But they don't see, some of them don't see it. But anyway, God brought me back to this time, which I don't forget it, but sometimes I put it to the side because I don't talk about it, because I did try to talk to one of my siblings about it, and I just could not believe that he didn't remember it. It's like, how do you not remember that? How? How do you not remember that? What happened? Did you get brainwashed? What the hell happened, right? Exactly, brainwashed. Man, God says so big in there, you got people who that's literally clones. And how you can know they clones, especially they don't have no dementia, nothing. Start asking them a whole bunch of questions about things that they should remember. And at some point, they're not going to be able to tell you. And it's things that they should remember that's major. They're not going to be able to tell you, because they're not that actual person. It's so much, y'all. Okay, so let me go into, has this world been invaded by a whole bunch of different creatures, aliens that are not good? Yes. Have this world been invaded by creatures that are good? Yes. The sad part about it is the military who's taking these soldiers who are taking these orders are being directed to do these things to the innocent ones that are here to help. And the ones who are bad, they thinking the ones who bad are the good ones, and the ones who are good are the bad ones. And that's going to be their own demise. But that's why God is going to allow that. God's going to allow the ones that they protect, what they call the enemies, the people who are the bad ones, who are lying on most of the good earth angels that people call aliens and stuff like that, the star seeds. He is going to allow the bad people who the military and all these people are protecting that seem to be innocent. He's going to allow them to be the ones to take them down. That's how that's going to happen. Okay? So that's why God is allowing, honestly, the projection and the hatred and the gang stalking on the good ones, because God is using that for his benefit, for your strength. I'm not going to get into that because I don't want them to know everything. So what may look like it's bad, God moves you around the way he moves you, because he sees the way the enemy is moving. Okay? So he allowed the military to be, and these officials to be bamboozled, because they shouldn't have done it in the first place. They should have done their resource. They should have done their research. They should have gathered the appropriate, information on whose side you was playing on, right? Because earth angels that are from the light don't come to hurt others. Earth angels come to teach, guide, protect, lead, give wisdom and knowledge from the Most High God. And there are other creatures that come to manipulate, connive, steal, destroy, hurt others. And these people that are dark, again, are into all kinds of stuff. We're talking about weaponizing the black magic and the spell work. Anything that is dark and evil that they can weaponize against you, they use it. They weaponize the military, officials to use their tactics, like don't let police officers and stuff help you, or send brain waves and signals to your brain and your environment to cause disruption, and chaos, and send gang stalkers. They use all of these weapons to come up against you as if you're this enemy, when they don't realize all of the people that they're helping out to use this weapon against you is exactly the enemy. But God is allowing it, because God is going to destroy all of them, because they were wrong, and then they didn't go within. They didn't do their due diligence. God has pulled on some of these people to tell them to stop. They didn't do it. So, but God, I'm gonna be honest, in a sense, God loved that they're doing that, because He won't have any mercy when He take them down. And it shows God who will change and who is, who will change, who want to change, who want to do right, who want to stand up, who want to say you wrong for doing that to XYZ. Did you do your research? What is your purpose? Did you go back and see, if somebody have an inheritance, did any of these officials take part of it? Did you look in their bank accounts? How much they've been making? How much is their salary? Well, how did they have millions of dollars on at this point? What is this overseas account? God want to see people who are in these positions that call themselves being authority in the world, that's supposed to, serve and protect and to do their actual work, their job. Are you doing your job? Because if you're not, then God's going to sit you down, but you won't get back up. You know what I'm saying? And He wants to show to the ones that are doing their job how deep the corruption goes, how evil the corruption is. Okay? Oh, Lord, this is good. I didn't know it was going to be going like this here. So I can remember when I was about 7 or 8 years old. And it's just so crazy how my sibling did not remember, because I remember just as good as day. In Baton Rouge, Louisiana, about 7 or 8 years of age, there was a plethora. When I say in a plethora of spaceships, when I say they were everywhere, over the houses, in the sky, they were everywhere. And all I knew about spaceships at the time, when they start going on, is you got to hide. That's all I knew. And it's so crazy. Like, what world are we in now? Because how do nobody remember that the invasion? Like, what the fuck? Right? And so I can remember these lights literally being shined into my grandmother's house. And this would happen every now and then. It was more regular than not. And it's like you didn't want to get caught outside, because I don't think you remember as a child that you was going to get taken. That's all you knew. You was going to get taken if you was caught outside. So you wanted to be in the house where you could hide. And I remember the lights like shining in the home, literally like shining down in the home. And we would, like hide away from the light, But I remember one day I was outside. It was nighttime. And they were there. I don't know briefly in my brain. I don't know why I didn't run home. I don't know. It's because I wasn't far away from it. I feel like, if I can remember correctly, I was literally across the street from my house, because my grandmother, them, and my uncles live literally across the street. I can remember being taken. And when I say taken, and how I remember it, because there's a big gap in between that point and when I appeared back in the same spot. I can remember the spaceship, and I can remember standing there, and then have this inner knowing that I wasn't always just standing there, but then when I walked away and went home, I was still standing there. Does that make sense? It's like, if I got up and walked away right now, how can I explain it? If you see me right now, sit in this position, but if I pause this video, you can't see me. But then when I get back on camera, I'm right here. What happened in between that pause? That's a good way to say it. That's a damn good way to say it. Okay? And I can remember that. I can't remember being on the spaceship. I can't remember any of that. I remember feeling a inner knowing that I was taken and placed right back in that spot. And I remember looking up, almost like frozen in that time, but it was almost like being placed in the same position that I was in before I was taken. That's a good way. Come on, just all right, express yourself, because I be having a hard time with words, trying to express what I'm trying to say, but I know what I'm trying to say, but sometimes it's hard for me to say it, but I'm like, come on with it. Yes. But I just can't remember. People don't remember that. I hear God saying, because the invasion already occurred. And I feel like that's why you're a targeted individual, because that invasion was so large, on the large scale. The military doesn't know what happened, if you were replaced, or who you are. It's like, it's weird. It's almost like they know who you are, but they don't know who you are. It's like, it's that good or bad thing. Did they take something out of you and put something in you? Were you always a part of them? You know, and what is that that you are a part of? But then there are scientists that are fascinated by you, that want to keep you in this conformed camp. It's like they want to, it's sad. It's like they want to end your life, and they feel like you should have already been dead by now, right? But then at some point, there are some people that have enjoyed watching you suffer. They have enjoyed the struggle that you go through. It's like they feel like, we don't want you here. We want you out of here. But God say, this is not your world. What are you talking about? God say, the people who think they're human, not even human. God say, you're walking robots. You are literally walking robots, taking commands from your superior, who has already been invaded with the demonic dark energies. That God say, your own superior looks like a human being, but it's a whole damn monster. And you think that you are human. God say, human where? There are only columns? Collins? Am I saying it right, Lord? Collins? Like, I get it. Like, oh my God, this is so big. They're only like different creatures. I hear no one is human. You're only having thoughts and memories of someone's consciousness whose body you have taken over. Oh my God. My God. My God. God said there's not one person on this earth that is actually human anymore. God said there has been an invasion. And this is the whole reason that God is awakening people up so they can realize who they are. Because there are some people in this earth that are good, like the earth angels, to help the good people who are good, who have always been good, but don't even realize that they're good. Because the darkness, these creatures have steered them in the wrong direction. And at some point, when God call you and pull on you and send an earth angel in your life to say, hey, wake up, I need you to heal, I need you to do that, it's to wake you up to realize that you an earth angel too, or you are sent here on earth to help, because there is a war coming in. Come on, Lord. Oh my God, this is big. Jesus, come on. So God just said, just while you worrying about homelessness and all of that, baby, it's beyond that. I'm preparing you for such a time as this. You are a warrior. You are the hope. Come on. Come on, Lord. You are what the people gonna need. Ooh. You are the awakening. Oh, Jesus. My child, money is your least worry. A roof over your head is your least worry. I will provide. But I want you to understand the gravitude of the severity of what's going on in the world. This is why you were sent. This is why you are who you are. God said if somebody want to call somebody a patriot, they need to look at you. And it ain't about a country. It's about the people. Come on. And he's talking about the good people. He ain't talking about the ones who then got their body snatched by some demonic creature that's wearing their skin, that's over the military and these police officers, FBI, CIAs, and all these people that are in higher power, that are finagling things in your life to make you look like a bad person. That's why he calls his children to wake up and smell the coffee. To see the trueness of what you see with your eyes, not what you see. He needs you to get into the spirit so you can go beyond the physical. Come on, Lord. Oh my God. Jesus. Whoo! Come on. So now when you walk outside, look at the world like that. That's what he's telling me. Look at the world like that. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than just a gang stalker and a police officer not want to take your report in. People overcharging you and military going in there and people lying on you and your ex, did this. And God said that's minute to the calamity that's actually going on. God said that's why I must and have to destroy many people. They have invaded somewhere I did not send them. Some of these people brought this thing back. Oh my God. Oh my God. God said many people have brought this thing back with them by going on these spaceships, these what is it, Lord? Aircraft. What is it? Rocket. What is spaceship, right? That's what they call the rocket. The going to space, right? Yes, okay. On these other planets. And these things have taken over their body. The people who was there, who went there, that were considered humans, they body got snatched, baby, and something else took over that body, honey. And these people infested the world. Wow. That's why there are many different creatures. And invasions. Because everybody is trying to be the top colony. The top food chain, or top of the food chain, top of the pyramid. Because this guy said this means something. The top of the pyramid. The bottom feeders, the top feeders. The top, the superior. So look at the top of the pyramid is the superior. The bottom is the bottom feeder. So we gonna lie to you, kill, steal, destroy, manipulate you, and feed all of that down from here to there. And y'all gonna eat off of that. All the poisons, all of the lies, oh my God, this is deep, Lord. God, I feel like this is deeper. You telling me this much right now? There's something going on? Like, I mean, I know something going on, but like, you've never been this detailed. Because God said, because I want you to understand, baby, it's not just about people sabotaging in your life. It's not just about you being overcharged for a car. It's not about people walking into places and lying on you. It's not about people going behind your back and lying to, quote unquote, your family members. I need you to understand there is an invasion going on, honey. I need you to understand how big this thing is, which is why I've allowed you to go through so much, because you're going to be front and center. You're going to be front and center, baby. And I need you to understand that the things that you're worrying about is just worldly, earthly things. I'm preparing you to be a warrior. I'm preparing you to be in battle with these creatures. I understand that part. That's why you've been telling me to do that thing. Well, you're going to have to help me with that, Lord, because I ain't good at that, boy. I tried, I did okay, but I need you to help me. Like, I need you to get on my butt with that, because help me, show me what to do with that. Like, how to do that, because I ain't good. I'm not good at that, Lord. Help me. I need help in that area, okay? Y'all heard it. I think I'm going to stop this video and then do a reading on another video, because I don't want to make this video too long, because it takes 10 days to upload. But yeah, there y'all go. That's some deep stuff. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.